We got about 10 minutes for questions. If anybody has any questions of any of them.
Glenn, $100 buys 10 tickets. You go out to someone and this person says, I've only got $30 that I can give you. Will you sell me 3 tickets? What happens?
Well, we would, in that case, we have to sell 6 tickets. If you only bought the ticket, they're $5 tickets.
Oh, okay.
There's 5. So they, I mean, if they're just buying our pancake breakfast tickets, they're $5 tickets. So $30, that'd be 6 tickets. But we usually sell the package.
Sure. I would understand.
We actually, another thing too, we have Madison Haywood Developmental Center, which is another retarded adults. Their homes out throughout our community, and a work place that they gather through the day. They actually come as our guests and part of our pancake day. And it's a big thing for them to come and be a part. And so we think we look at that even as giving to the community. Because see, when we sell, 200, 250, we sold like 235 of these. So there's a possible 2,300 people that could have showed up that day. And we won't have all that, no. But, so we'll prepare, for quite a bit more. We'll stay with what our average is. We'll feed probably about 600. But a lot of them already paid for, and it enables us to feed the Madison Haywood developmental clients or participants, which is probably 100 of them come that day for our pancake breakfast.
Yes, sir.
I have another question about the pancake breakfast. I'm in Murfreesboro at noon, and we do a pancake breakfast also. So I'm not quite sure. What I understand is you sell a package, including an ad,
Yeah.
and tickets, and you do print 8 different versions of the placemat.
Right.
So
Yeah.
for each year, you have 500 placemats times 8, 4,000 total. So 8 different images.
That's right.
And what kind of money do you pay for the printing? Do you have an idea?
About $300.
300.
Too much $1.
So, and then you continue to use the mats all year. I'm not sure.
Use them all year.
Yeah.
All the way.
Okay, so that's
The staff at the hotel.
and so you don't sell, so that package is, we sell ads, but we don't combine it with the tickets. The members each of our club, about 100 people each buy $100 worth of tickets, and so there's that pot of money, and then there's ad sales, and a lot of the food is donated, just like with you. But so our net is somewhere between 15 and 20 each year.
Yeah, hardly anybody actually buys the tickets.
Yeah.
They'll buy the package,
Yeah, okay.
$100, and it doesn't break the bank, and they get 10 free tickets in a sense.
True.
And again, one of their members does the printing also.
Yeah. So
So
that's
a
another
plus.
benefit.
Yeah.
that's a plus as well. We do a pancake breakfast at Brentwood. One of our members prints up the tickets for us. At his cost, or maybe he doesn't even charge us, I'm not even sure.
And what is your net every year on the pancake breakfast?
Yeah, it can be spaghetti, country ham, or whatever, other things. This is probably the most economical for us, and it doesn't take that long, on a Saturday morning.
You're asking that of
You
Glenn,
know,
or-
he already said his, I think it was around 20, right? But
We raised about 26,000. We fed about 1,200 this year.
okay.
This year.
And I think we
It
feed about
goes
8.
back to what Al was saying.
Yeah,
It's a lot of work on our members, but you've got to make it fun.
yeah.
About 3 years ago, we kind of expanded our particular breakfast, I guess because it just got so mundane. We got a Dunkin' booth. We got clowns, our members. Our members painted up, our clowns. We put, the police chief of Brentwood is a member of our club. The fire chief is a member of our club. Guess who the first 2 in the Dunkin' booth were? The police chief and the fire chief. So you gotta make it fun. Naturally, it's on a Saturday, it's in the spring, you got a lot of kids coming, baseball, soccer games, going, whatever, so you gotta entertain them a little bit too. There's a question over here. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to know from the Gallatin Club, do you get a lot of positive community publicity that enables you to easily collect donations, or is it hard every year to get those donations for the auction?
I don't think it's hard to get the donations. I think some of our struggle has been, we've been real fall heavy on stuff. We also did a golf tournament in the fall, and we do the Southern County Fair in the fall, and then we have our Christmas for Kids. So we kind of have tapped our members a lot, hit our members a lot in the fall. I think the community, we do have some good community support. You may have heard of the big Christmas for Kids organization that has a big concert every year, like it's the Charlie Daniels or somebody, and they come and bring busloads of children. That has somewhat been a little bit of a struggle of just trying to distinguish ourselves from them, which at the end of the day, I mean, it's all going, we're not the same organization, but it's all going to help kids have a better Christmas. So, you know, that somewhat in the community has been a little bit of a struggle of, well, we already gave, that people are thinking they're giving to them, or they're giving to them thinking they're giving to us. But I think overall, we generally have had a really good response. I mean, most of it is through the Rotarians, you know, obviously. And really, for the last several years, we've had, I know this year we had a lot of discussion about publicity. And to be real honest, our fear was we're maxed out on space. If we publicize this more and open this up more to the community and heavily advertise it, what happens when you sell? You know,
Well, we definitely oversell. If everybody showed up that tickets were sold for, it'd be rough.
yeah, and I mean, this past year we're set. I mean, we are max capacity on space, and you just don't want people to have spent $50, you know, for them and their spouse to come, and they show, and you're eating like this, and you know you can't even walk in between which is kind of the place where we're getting. So that is actually a conversation we're having of how much do we try to publicize to the community more, to gather in more community support to get it outside of just the Rotarians. But if we do that and more people show up, where are we going to go? In Gallatin, we're very limited, really, on venue. Is one of our biggest problems. So that's why we focus more on the big ticket items, bringing in the items that people, and being able to advertise those to the community to say, you know, here's like, I mean, this year, you know, to be real honest, our advertising was on the fact that we had an open bar. You buy $50 and you can drink as much as you want.
And we use Facebook.
I would have bought one.
Yeah, Facebook has become a big way. But overall, the community has been very supportive of it,
If I could
especially
comment.
Walmart.
Yeah, at Chuck's invitation, I attended it this year, and I've been to a lot of auctions, but they had some of the best big ticket items. I mean, through their Rotarians. But I ended up getting a condo, sleeps 4 bedrooms, sleeps 8 for $450 for a week. That was quite a deal. So I'm going back next year.
All right.
But they had real good quality items, big ticket items. But how long have you been doing it? I just out of curiosity.
We've been about 10 years.
10 years?
Mhm.
Yeah, so you built that up for that.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of the same people donate a lot of the same stuff.
Two questions. Was that condo in New Jersey? But my real question is,
It's going to be painted orange, but I'm a Vanderbilt fan, but I'll put up.
my real question is on your major sponsors that you sell for your golf tournament. Okay, are you selling them to Rotarians, or are the sponsors getting anything for the money? Or are you going out and twisting your buddy's arms that, hey, you got some advertising money, give me that? We try to sell sponsors to some of our events. You got a few people that are interested, and the rest of them are squeezing them. I mean, to be honest, you're just squeezing the money out of them. So
Yeah, and every sponsorship level from the 1,000 to 5,000, they get people in the golf tournament. So they're getting something of cash value with it. And generally speaking, you know, you get 100 people in the club. Everybody has contacts. Somebody knows somebody at Williams-Sonoma. Somebody knows somebody at Nissan. Somebody knows something at some bank. And so they use those relationships that they already have and say, look, here's a good win-win proposition. It's good for our club, and the money pretty much stays in the community. And you get a lot of publicity as a result of that. So our $5,000 sponsorship really is the best value that we offer. Generally, the 1,000 and the 1,500, a lot of those are club members. Those are people that, they're paying basically double what it would cost just to play in the golf tournament. But they're getting their logo. We have a big display board that we have banners on our website. There's lots of ways, and these handouts describe what do you get at 1,000, 15, 3,000, and 5,000. So it's all spelled out what they get.
But you, I guess from what I'm hearing, is you think that they believe they're getting value for that. It's not just a donation. Okay, you're gonna put the sign up.
I hope that they see value.
Okay.
Like I say, something different we're gonna do this year, we're gonna do a video, and it will tell where the money goes to. And there'll be interviews, and it's one thing to put on a sheet of paper and say, here's some of the charities we supported last year, there's just names. When you see a face associated and a story, quick story, short story, it makes all the difference. We're thinking that's gonna be a good way for us to extend our reach this year.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
How kind has the weather been to you?
On the golf tournament, we've had it all. We've been really lucky the last few years. It's been 80 degrees. It's the second Monday in October. It's been 80 degrees the last few years. One thing that we used to do, we don't do anymore, we used to have an 8 a.m. and a 1 p.m. shotgun start. And we created more money. We generated more revenue, but not more profit. And what happens is if you have a frost delay, and you can have a frost delay that time in October, oh my goodness, you've really got a mess then. So we went to just one start time at 1 p.m. about 5 or 6 years ago, and did not hurt our bottom line, and we don't have to worry about having a frost delay. And we've been really lucky on the weather. The way the golf tournaments work, unless it's light, you're playing. Never rains on a golf. If the course is open, if the course is not flooded and it's open and it's not lightning at the time, you're playing. But we've had really really been lucky on our weather in the last, I guess I've been about 10 or 12 years. I can't recall any really bad weather.
I said something earlier about the rapport with communities, and Catherine and Al and Glenn, all three have talked about what this means to the community. I'm not trying to sound like I'm tooting our own horn, I'm just relaying something that I'm familiar with. One of our members 20 years ago, his 8-year-old son was diagnosed with leukemia. We started, this whole session is about fundraising, raising money. We started 20 years ago having the Red Cross come to our pancake breakfast. And every year, and believe me, it is a social event for the city of Brentwood, that everybody knows that the first Saturday in April is Brentwood Rotary's Pancake Breakfast. And our goal every year is to donate 100 pints of blood on that particular one Saturday. Now, we don't make money from that, of course. It's not our, it's not our intent to make money. 15 years later, Glenn, that young man was a student, has been a student at Union University, and is doing great today. Did we have any part in that? Who knows? But maybe some way, somehow, we have touched the lives of somebody through our blood drive and setting a goal to our community, everybody knowing that we're trying to raise 100 pints of blood. That day, the American Red Cross. So that is also tied in with our particular pancake breakfast. You can do all kinds of things. So just another idea that came to my mind when we were talking about community. I think our time is about up before anybody starts getting up and just walking out. Again, my appreciation to each of the three of our panel for the superb job that they did. Appreciate your attentiveness to them. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and I'm sure if you have more questions, they will hang around. So thank you for coming.